So I think we should be live already. Yeah, perfect.
Do you have Alistair in the waiting room, just waiting to come into the Zoom?
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah.
Alistair and Victoria. Okay, everyone is here. So guys, glad to see everyone. And today we start a very special edition of the VC Shark Tank together with GoHub, which is one of the top Spanish VC firms and accelerators, well known far behind Spain, all over Europe. And GoHub, as partners of this VC Shark Tank, they are doing now open call, providing not only funding for technological startups that match their criteria, 150,000 of funding, but also amazing acceleration program. And I want to introduce to you two people from GoHub today, Judith Cruikshank and Dhirem Chatlani. Both are representing GoHub. Judith is a manager at GoHub, and Dhirem is investment manager. And I suggest Judith to tell a few words about the program, about the funding criteria, and about the open call. Please, the mic is yours.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. So yeah, the program is a program for early stage startups, basically pre-seed and seed companies that have a focus on, that are really deep tech technologies, that have a focus on digital transformation, with a special focus in Industry 4.0, water technologies and smart cities, with the focus in smart cities, with the focus in smart building, smart living. And this is what the program is, 6-month acceleration program with investment, as you said. And what we provide is support to product development and to commercial traction using all our network of partners. And this is basically what is the acceleration program. So we are really looking forward to see the startups presenting today and see if they have a fit to our acceleration program.
Amazing, Judith. Thank you. Dhirem, do you want to add anything?
No, I think Judith covered pretty much everything. Really excited to meet the startups and learn more.
Perfect. So before we start, I just want to recap that during this application period, we collected more than 75 applications from technological startups, and around 14 of them were really good quality, selected to be presented to GoHub. And the guys selected around 11, I think, startups. Today we have 5 top of the top, the most high quality projects. And I'm really happy and glad for you guys that you have the chance to finally talk directly to GoHub. And I want to start with the startups presentations. Just to remind, 5 minutes for your pitch and 10 minutes for Q&A, so that Judith and Dhirem can ask any questions they would like to know before moving forward. And I suggest to start with this startup from quite a far away, from Sri Lanka, the company Live Room, and its CEO, Samira Nulipul. Samira?
Yeah, thank you very much, Nelly. So give me a second until I share my screen. I hope you all can see my screen without any issues before I start.
Yeah, all is good.
So Ogmo. With Ogmo, you can create 3D scans in less than 30 seconds just using your mobile phone. So you might be wondering, who needs to have 3D scans? Or like, why do I need 3D scans? Let me explain further on that. So given this pandemic time, people are looking into more immersive technologies to visualize their products. especially in the e-commerce business, there's a huge growth of using augmented reality technology to better visualize their product. But 3D models are the foundation of any e-commerce or augmented reality shopping experience. But to date, getting a good quality 3D model of your product is expensive and it requires special skills, or it's time consuming if you are going to do it yourself. So this is where Ogmo comes in. We help retailers to easily create an augmented reality shopping experience through AI-powered mobile 3D scanning. As you see in the video which is playing on the left, so you just have to take a 30-second video from your mobile phone, and our Ogmo AI will create a perfect 3D model for your customers to see your product in augmented reality. You just have to scan and share. Going forward, when it comes to Ogmo, Ogmo infrastructure has mainly 4 products. The first one, 4 parts. First part is the scanning part. So it's just a mobile phone to capture data. And then the real magic happens on the cloud. So on the cloud, our cloud AI gets this data and it creates a perfect 3D model of your product. And the third part is hosting the 3D model. So our cloud infrastructure hosts your 3D model. And the final part is we provide free tools to integrate these 3D models to your e-commerce websites. So like Magento, Shopify, you might be running on any kind of these e-commerce platforms. So you can just scan and make your e-commerce website augmented reality ready. So this is our product in a nutshell. So according to a report by Deloitte, so there are over 100 million AR-enabled smartphones available in the market today. And the trend of using augmented reality for shopping experience are booming. So they are on the rise. So according to our pricing, we have calculated that our total available market is around $8 billion US. And we are planning to get $61 million revenue in 5 years down the line. So when it comes to competition, there are several methods people use to create 3D content creation. So the first thing is the manual 3D content creation. So let's say like if you want to convert your e-commerce website into augmented reality, to get the 3D models, you can hire a 3D designer. So what the 3D designer will do is 3D designer can create 3D content manually. They can look at your product and create. But the problem is they may provide good quality content, but it takes time and it's costly. And there are also hardware devices like 3D scanners, which these are very expensive, and you have to have special skills. And there are like some softwares like photogrammetry tools. These tools, you can input a set of pictures, but they do not produce a really good result for some kind of objects. So this is where Ogmo comes in. Ogmo brings the quality with affordability. When it comes to the competitive advantage of our competitors, the main competitive advantage Ogmo has is the ease of use. Because if you have a mobile phone, you can just take a 360 video from our app, and that's it. So everything is automated, and it can be just few button clicks away to getting the 3D model and creating your AR experience. And we provide the total solution to customers. Let's say you are an e-commerce vendor, and if you want to build this amazing AR experience for your clients, and let's say if you buy a 3D scanner, you have to buy the software package comes with it. And to integrate it with your e-commerce website, then you have to build again your own software, or you have to hire a team to do it. And the most important thing is we are really cost effective when it comes to when compared to our other competitive techniques. So our business model is our target market is online sellers and manufacturers, those who sell those who have a steady product portfolio. That means like manufacturers and companies like that. And then we are targeting few product verticals at the moment, like porcelain, bathware, furniture, shoes, fashion accessories, and sport goods, and things like that can be scanned and put into augmented reality easily. And when it comes to pricing, we charge a monthly subscription for hosting all the 3D model, as well as there's a one-time flat fee per 3D scan done through our app.
Samira, timing.
Okay,
So last sentence, and that's it.
Okay, so so far we have created the MVP, and we have taken 6 customers, and we have scanned over 1,000 products. And our target is to complete 40,000 scans by 2022 and 10,000 scans by the December 2021. And this is the financial projections, and this is the team. We have an amazing team of really good AI and machine learning experts, including 2 PhDs. So that's it. Thank you very much. Hope you have, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me now.
Very good, Samira. Thank you. Judith, any questions?
Yeah, or Dhirem, do you have any question also? I don't know, Dhirem is there? No.
Let me check. Oh, I think Dhirem maybe disconnected accidentally.
Okay. Let me see.
I don't see him in the list.
Okay. Let me see, because he's writing to me.
Okay.
One question. So what is your growth strategy, and how you plan to compete with other competitors in the market?
So our strategy is to link up with the e-commerce agencies. For example, let's say like there are registered e-commerce agencies, those who provide e-commerce development services to their customers. Our strategy is to partner up with these companies, so they can provide an augmented reality experience to their customers. So generally, this type of agencies have around 10 to 20 e-commerce websites. They are managing it. So our strategy is to partner up with them. So far, we have partnered up with one agency, and our target is to partner up with 50 agencies in 5 years' time. So.
Okay. Explain me more about who is in the team, because you didn't have time, and it's also important for us to know that.
So, so we have. So we have myself and Chamira, who is in the call. We two are the co-founders, and we have team of 30 at the moment. And out of the 30, we have like 5 people with masters in AI and machine learning, and 2 PhDs. And so that's the team. Altogether, we have a team of 30 at the moment.
And why your focus is in retail and not other industry? Why did you start with that that target, and then you plan to expand, or what is your visioning here?
So so we have seen that there is like a big trend in e-commerce and retail getting into AR and AR space. But the key problem that the industry facing is the 3D model, the requirement of the 3D models. There is no good way at the moment to create 3D models easily and affordably. So that's the problem that we are solving. And so let's say like if you are if there are like for engineering, so if you take the use case of engineering, there are like really good 3D scanners for engineering applications, but these are not suitable for just creating the digital twin of your product. So these high accurate scanners are too costly for this application. So what we build is we build a full automated system So anyone can create this 3D data for your e-commerce application or augmented reality application. So we are in the middle of the 3D scanners as well as the manual 3D content creators.
Yeah, but my question was why you start from retail. It doesn't make sense to do the same for infrastructures, for example, or for other kind of more industrial application.
Yeah, for the thing is like so for retail, what matters is the look and feel of the product. So let's say like if we use our system for an engineering application, there are like already established players in the market for these kind of industrial scanners. So we don't want to go ahead and compete with them because our solution suits the these retailers best. So the retailers are on our focus.
Okay, understood. And how precise is then your technology?
So we can so as I showed in the video, so it's quite accurate. So we provide like a really good we can go up to millimeter level when creating a 3D scan, but for an industrial application it's not enough. But let's say like it's really good enough for a retail application. Like let's say like if you want to see how this like this pot is going to look like, or like this kind of this sports equipment that you are going to buy online. So those kind of stuff, our solution like really works well.
Okay. No more questions from my side. Thank you.
Dhirem, you unfortunately were disconnected for some time, so I don't know if you have any questions or you prefer.
Okay, Dhirem is here. Perfect.
No, so I sent you my questions. I did want to know if you went into the revenue part, like currently, or the business model. If you could just go over that.
Samira, can you please recap a little bit more, elaborate on the revenue?
So the business model is very simple. So we charge a flat fee per 3D scan. Let's say like if you have 100 products to be scanned and put onto your e-commerce website, so there's a flat fee per scan, and to host these 3D models, there's a monthly subscription.
And have you thought of licensing this technology to, say, a brand that wants to enable their users to engage more with them? So say like a toy company, or I don't know.
So far we have 6 customers who is getting on board with this. So with these 6 customers, we have scanned over 1,000 products in the past few months. So out of these 6, 3 companies are porcelain companies. 1 company is a tire company, and the other company is an outdoor furniture company.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Dhirem, Judith, you know that if you will have more questions, you can always address them after the webinar, and we will gladly introduce you directly with the founders after this session. And just for all the other founders who will pitch afterwards, I want to make a small comment. My heart is every time breaking when I have to stop you in the middle of your pitch. 5 minutes is more than enough to make amazing pitch and cover all the major questions Judith and Dhirem want to hear from you during the presentation. So please be sure that you do not stuck too much on the product side, and also go on the traction side, on the revenue model, business model. Those who are watching us in YouTube also please consider it for the exercise. And I want to give the word now to another founder from India, the founder of orbo.ai, Manoj Shinde. Manoj, please, mic is yours. Manoj, you are muted. Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I was just trying to figure out some few things. Thank you so much, Nelly. Pleasure to be here, and thank you, everyone here. I'm just gonna quickly share the presentation here. Are you guys able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're India's first AI research company. We started in 2015. We ended up building multiple IPs across videos, images, documents, and health scan. The primary focus is, how do we really go beyond a legacy image processing and hardware sensors that were plugging us for the last 20 years. And that's where we really started working on how do we bring an image enhancement that is going to be so useful and going to take over a sustainable solution for market. As we all know it, for the last 7 months, we were all glued to Netflix or Zoom, right? But the fact is that 55% of the bandwidth in United States alone is actually used by these two. So you can imagine the amount of data centers that are running behind the scene to execute that kind of a video delivery to the users, right? And that is adding to a carbon footprint in the world by an exponential numbers. Recently, the research that was done by a Shift project, just alone in Virginia, 306 of megatons of carbon footprint that's created by data centers in Loudoun County. That is equivalent to Spain, Spain's carbon emission. And that is what we wanted to change. What we realized that the low quality images and low visuals actually did not help businesses to convert, right? And those low quality imaging fundamentally applied to the businesses have been working out for the last 20 years. And that is something where we wanted to change and bring, an exponential changes to the visual enhancement stack. This is what we realized, that the last mile connectivity is broken, right? Either because of compression, either because of bandwidth issues, or CDN delivery compatibility issues, or legacy software, so on and so forth, right? And that is what we wanted to change with the AI and computer vision. So we brought a visual enhancement stack that today provides a superior image quality across multiple business segments without any kind of dependencies on the servers or infrastructure. Here is the example of a video super resolution that takes a low resolution video and converts into a high resolution in real time, and that happens on user's device. We did not stop there. We actually moved into the education system. There are many companies in India that are actually providing video-based education systems or education to tier 2, tier 3 cities. But one of the biggest problems, most of the consumers are saying that the image quality of the content is extremely substandard, and hence we're not able to convert more users. We changed that. We're working with some of the largest.
Sorry, the slides are not moving. Is that like this, or?
Yeah, I just also wanted to ask: are you moving your slides? Because
yes, I am. In fact, let me just move this here. Are you able to see it here?
Right now, yes.
Yeah, now yes,
Okay.
it's moving.
I think when I actually zoom in, like play the keynote, I think it does not show, but this is where I was talking about the education content from low resolution to high resolution that happens in real time on user's device. We did not stop there. We're working with one of the largest video conferencing company, which is Cisco, and we're changing 100 million customers from low resolution video to high resolution. So today we're interacting on video conferencing. This is where we're bringing about change in the video quality. One of the exceptional product that we brought to the market was an ultrasound enhancement. Now that is an extension of a super resolution technology that's one of its kind in India, which is taking a low resolution content from the ultrasound scanner and bringing a high resolution. So even the older machines can have this capability with the advent of SaaS model or an embedded model, right? It can also be extended to CT scans and PET scan, which is supposedly considered to be more error prone as compared to MRIs and X-rays. And one of the most fascinating use case that we are working with the retail, so largest beauty companies and retailers and so on and so forth, it is based on the skin and the beauty side of the story. It takes a low resolution skin, captures it, enhances it, and it shows you hydration score, the oxygen score, the dullness score, and all those things that requires a beauty retailer to connect to the customer. What are our achievements? We're on the road to file 14 patents across multiple offerings, working with some of the Fortune 500 companies across the world, from France, Spain, to all the way to Japan. We've won almost all the AI championships across China, Japan, India, and United States. Some of the strategic partnership that we are able to build within Cisco, Intel, Vodafone, and GE Healthcare, and also build a partnership to take our product to the Fortune 500 companies with the global integration partners with Accenture, IBM, and TCS. With this, we have competitors have shown that this market is ripe to grow. One of the largest AI company, which is SenseTime, which is one of our direct competitor, and our vision is to become the SenseTime of India. Who are we? I've actually managed the acquisition of Reebok for Adidas. That was $2.7 billion acquisition. I've got two of the most learned and most sophisticated AI scientists who are as my co-founders. And we've also been funded by father of Intel, Mr. Vinod Dham, who built the Pentium chip for Intel. So that's Orbo for you.
Thank you, Manoj. Perfectly in time. And Judith, Dhirem, questions?
Thank you, Manoj. Currently, what is your revenue and what is the company's valuation, or how much are you raising?
So we've closed our pre-series A last year. That was 1.6 mil at $8 million valuation. And we're raising $7 million for Series A. We've already got a commitment of $2 million. And that's where we are.
Okay, and currently, what is your ARR?
Our ARR for June 2021 looks like $1.16 million.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you, Dhirem. Judith, any questions from your side?
No, not especially, because it's quite an advanced company.
Seems you pressed, Judith.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking, no. I'm thinking, but no, I think everything was really clear from my side.
Okay, awesome. And then Manoj, thank you very much for your presentation. And we'll move to the next startup. From Estonia, the startup is Utrik, and the founder, Victoria Geruch. Victoria, please. Victoria, unmute yourself, please.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Perfect.
Do you see me? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just a second, I will share the screen. Just a second, I will put all of these additional panels of the Zoom to another screen. So do you can see my first screen?
Yep.
Yes. Do you just in order to check, do you see my second screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It was my fault. I should have told to Manoj immediately that slides are not moving.
Yes, just we all need to learn from each other. So just to spare this. Oh my God.
You have 5 minutes to reach.
Okay. Just in a second, I'll start. Okay. In real life, we communicate in two ways: what we are saying and how we do it. But wait, what about online? Unfortunately, we have there only verbal part of communication. And that's a bad thing for the companies, because they lose a lot without knowing deep about their customers. What if a company could know what and where their customers were hesitating the most during, for instance, company survey, or where they were super frustrated at their company website. And as a result, those customers, they didn't close a deal with the company. So that's a big problem. The reason is in our head. As the Harvard research shows that about 95% of our purchasing decisions we are making by the help of our emotions. And that's what we are dealing with. In Utrick, we created AI that detects users' mood and behavior just from their manner in online. We combine the power and convenience of professional survey builders and add to that our deep analytics. In order to make such kind of business values to bring to our customers, personalization of communication with their customers, also how to improve UI UX of their products, and eventually how to raise their retention of their customers. Reasonable question, how we do it. We have a set of unique algorithms that detect this state of the users, whether they're angry, frustrated, energetic, and much, much more. After that, we make segmentation, profiling those customers. And at the third stage, we help to adjust web forms of companies or their websites according to the mood of their customers. So in such way, their customers get personalized communication. Utrick is best for UI UX testing and also deep customer feedback. Our market is emotional AI market, and it's skyrocketing right now. As you can see, till 2024, it will be about $56 billion. Our competitive landscape is saturated, but nevertheless, we are in a good position, and our part is realistically to grasp. Because we have this kind of unique AI that detect unconscious mood of the users. The business model looks like this. We have two big segments, enterprise clients and SMBs as well. It's super important to have this tool to marketing specialists and UI UX in innovative companies. Our targets for 3 years is 6 million. Our growth of sales looks like this, without acceleration program or with the help of it. Right now, we already have our 3 enterprise clients that generates 1.5K MRR, and we have 2 investors already from USA and UK markets. Here is our plans for upcoming period. Crucial that web forms is only our first step. After that, we are heading to embed our non-verbal analytics to any website. Our go-to-market strategy looks like this. The closest we will go to SMB market, where the huge efforts on already built partnerships. We have experienced core team with me, our CTO, and also 5 developers and 2 mentors from USA region and the MENA region. We experience in IT development about 10 plus years of experience. We have scientific background with me and our CTO, and also digital marketing. Here is our most valuable awards that we have. So we are open to partnership to grow faster and reach this 6 million of revenue together. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, Victoria. Judith, Dhirem, any questions?
You're mute, Dhirem.
Thank you for the presentation. Can you go a little more into how you detect the mood of a customer and profile that customer?
Yeah, sure. I have such additional slides for you. The admin part of how our customers will see the whole information about the behavior, how the user were interacting with the web forms looks like this. And the most interesting is another slide. It's like the whole behavioral state of such user So we gave information about the type of psychological manner, like unfocusedness, and also the percentage of it, because at every moment of the time and every period of the time, we are not about bringing only one behavioral pattern as a person in offline world, as the same is in online. You always show and share to a browser different types of manners. So that's information on the level of the whole web form that one respondent gave. And also at the level, as you can see, at the level of each of the questions that our customer can see. So for instance, if the question is about salesperson and they can see that distraction is super high level, so that's maybe something wrong with this particular area that the company ask their customers about, and vice versa. So if something is good, relevant to the topic that you mentioned as a company in the question 2, so this is really a good sign, because sometimes the people and respondents can indicate only pleasant answers, but their behavioral, like unconscious movements in the browser shows that controversy is the fact. And also we gave like another representation, this kind of analytics that we gather. So if the input data is very trivial things like mouse movement, clicking, and etc. So we do not need any personal data like links to social networks or video streaming or etc. So only anonymous data. And the outcome is like this. And the company can make decisions based on what really triggers the interest of their online respondents or what they get bored about or angry about.
Can this be used in live events?
At live events, yeah, of course. We are also in communication with range of exhibitors who have their own platforms. And by the way, one of our customers is already exhibitor organizers.
Could this, for example, be used within, like, say, Zoom or Microsoft Teams?
Yeah, only like link to our web forms should be shared, and the users will get this link as well as conveniently the whole Zoom is. So they will enter link and will start interact with the web form. I will show you just a few seconds. So they will get this kind of web form. For instance, here is Zoom. They will get link, click, open another tab, and interact with the answers and click send. That's how the whole interaction flow will be looking like.
And how hard is it, like, for Zoom or Slack to do this?
From a perspective of whether they could go and do the same thing, I will not bet on that, because in order to do all of these things that I'm sharing you, and it looks like easy thing to do, but we started from reading scientific articles. It was even hard for us, but super engaging and super interesting. And we have scientific background like chemistry, biology. So this is our background. And our CTO, he's PhD in this. So he has a lot of articles in this area. And there is a lot of gaps in this things that we need to fill in order to get all of this puzzle down. And all of this, insights that is easy to see for our customers. It is not easy to repeat from scratch when you get only mouse move clicks. So between two pretty understandable things as mouse movement and the insights, between them, there is a huge work of building rightly neural network and training with the right method and adding new parameters and retrain and etc. So there is a lot of hard work that we've done about 2 years by now. So we already only just started to sell it, but before that we have our customer development, we have our R&D by like bootstrapping before that. So that's
okay. And what is the company valuation?
By now we have valuation of 1 million from one of our, like we have 2 investors, and from the last we have this kind of valuation. And right now we are in like pretty hot negotiations with the third investor. But as some of VC guys tell us, if you don't sign everything like till the end, don't claim as you have already. Yeah, but it's like mostly likely the third one.
Okay.
But for now, yeah.
Oh, what my last question? Do you do any voice sentiment analysis in voice?
Yeah, regarding that, there is already things that Amazon helps to help transform like text into voice. So we will add very soon this kind of feature just in order to bring convenience to the customers. Regarding finding the manner from the voice, it's for something for the future. We will need to dive into and understand whether it will be worth our time to go there, because mostly we will put our efforts into bringing more behavioral patterns. It's one thing, and into bringing like Google-like code that could be embedded into any website, into any web form. So that's our main strategy. Any other like voice recognition could be good for, I don't know, maybe in 2022, something like that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One question. How do you plan to penetrate into the market and grow? What is your plan in there?
Yeah, regarding that, we have several things to in order to share with you. So first, we like during all of these 2 years, we were hunting to enterprise. That was amazing story. I can share a lot of them. But it was like, and the whole platform is building with a lot of permissions, team like adding new team members, invitation, etc. Because enterprises, they look like they need all of this infrastructure to be built for them. We already like get these clients, but in order to grow faster, we will definitely go to SMB market. And we will go with some specific and niche proposition that we have like more unique, like for enterprises, it's good to have deep customer feedback and UI UX. But for SMB market, the more unique feature and think of implementation will be for such area as, for instance, UI UX designers and marketing agencies, and also marketing research agencies. So those like designing studios and freelancers, there will be our target for nearest period, just in order to grow clearer. After that, we will like have more enhanced feature for both of this segment, and after that, embedding of the whole code to any website. That's regarding of the product. Regarding of the how we're going to do it, we already have a partnership network from 10 countries, and also we've been taking part into a lot of communities where they need people that like needed people to grow our product already. And also I'm a speaker at some niche events that we need to be there in order to build relationships with this audience. So that's like a big thing of how, like through whom we will go to. And those partnerships are only like some of them you can see at this slide. There is also additionally Bahrain, there is also Canada, etc. This one is like the main countries, and also we have additional one.
Do you have any partnership already closed, or is it something that is in the plan?
No, they're already closed. We have NDAs, we have agreement. So those are not like negotiation. Those are agreements that already signed.
Okay. And if you go to the team, who is selling in the team?
I'm selling.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Well.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, did you try to use your technology to assess investors' emotions while they're listening to your pitch?
We are thinking about this kind of thing. So yeah, thank you for your question. We're already into interesting integrations. By the way, if you're open to do this, or your company, GoHub or InnMind, we are open to make any interesting creative pilots that will bring a value for you and for us as well.
That sounds crazy cool. You see, I think that you are a good salesperson, Victoria, definitely.
We try to. Thank you.
We will gladly discuss it after this. And just a small comment for those startup founders who are here in Zoom and those around 20 people are watching us on YouTube. Keep in mind, you noticed probably that nearly every pitch ends up with the question from investor about what is your valuation? And just today we released the startup valuation calculator on InnMind, which is absolutely free and was created with consultation with a few VC partners and angel investors. So feel free to go there. We will probably put the link and send everyone and try it. If you don't your valuation yet, don't know it. And I want to give the word to another great founder of the startup Gigapipe from Spain. And the founder is Alastair Appleby.
Alice is I'm the co-founder. I'm managing the presentation for today.
And his co-founder, Alex Maitland. So Alex or Alastair, who will be
I'll go today.
Alex is doing it today.
Sorry, I got used to that Alastair is speaking.
I know, but it's Alex's time to shine right now.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Gigapipe is a fully managed platform for storing and actually using your big data. Now, it takes care of pretty much everything. But before I go into exactly how it works, I just want to talk a little bit more about big data itself. Now, the big data market is huge, like really huge. Now, any company who generates an enormous amount of data, whether it's telemetry data like Uber or sensory data from industrial manufacturing machines, or even click data in e-commerce platforms, they all benefit from using their big data. These companies generate thousands or hundreds of thousands of lines of data every second. And this data is hugely valuable to them because it tells them exactly how their business is operating, sort of what machines are overheating, who's going where, who's buying what. Now, the problem is, due to this enormous data size, than the amount that's being generated, it's actually really hard and very expensive to store it fast enough and in a way that allows you to actually read that back and make sense of it all. Now, traditionally, these companies will hire specialists to build these custom storage solutions and manage their current big data needs. And then in 2 years' time, when they're generating even more data, they have to rebuild everything to cope with the increase in data that's being generated and that they want to understand. Now, there are some services that offer managed components for part of this process, but you still need to choose them, put them together, and they still end up being very, very expensive and not to mention complex to set up. But as they're off the shelf, a lot of the time, there are huge problems with them when it comes to being able to cope with the amount of data, especially if that amount of data is increasing over time. We're in a world of managed services now, and rather than build your own from scratch, people expect to be able to subscribe to something that's going to offer them an optimized solution without paying for all the R&D. Now, just so you know how much goes into one of these custom solutions, companies have to hire a team of big data specialists, do loads of testing because everyone's data set's different, then build your database and store it somewhere, whether that's on a big expensive server you bought or hosted in the cloud, and make sure that where it's hosted is powerful enough to ingest all that data at once, store it, and then read it back and be scalable for the future. Now, that's a lot of very time consuming and very expensive work. And that's where Gigapipe comes in. So we designed a platform that companies can just plug into, and it will do everything you need when it comes to your big data needs. Now, a typical customer will already be generating enormous amounts of data, and all they need to do with Gigapipe is plug in and read. And this is at any scale. Once it's been stored, you can even read all your new data back and your existing data back in actual real time. Now, the best part about this is that once you've been storing data for years, for example, and you have petabytes of data in there, the way that Gigapipe holds information, we call it materialized views, but again, we'll talk about that later. But it means that you can read the last 5 years worth of data back, including what you stored just 10 seconds ago, and pretty much the same speed as if you were just reading back the last 5 minutes of data. Now, when starting Gigapipe, we had 2 main goals. First was to lower the barrier of entry and make using big data the norm. Because right now, there are companies that are generating this data, and they simply don't have the resources to leverage it, and because of the super high cost that's involved. And secondly, is to offer a truly fully managed service for leveraging your big data without having to hire outside of your primary business model. For example, if you're a bottle manufacturing company, you want to focus on hiring on making bottles. You don't want to hire big data specialists, who, by the way, are not cheap at all. Or if you're a sat-nav provider, you want to analyze billions of routes and journeys, you want to hire data analysts, not big data storage specialists. You want your data to work for you. Now, you may think that offering to replace an entire team and host all of the moving parts, that Gigapipe is going to break the bank. But again, we've sorted that. Our pricing model is based purely on the amount of data that you send to Gigapipe. This means, firstly, your overall bill is going to be a fraction of what it currently is, but most importantly, it means you will be able to forecast down to the cent exactly how much leveraging your big data is going to cost you well in advance. And this will scale precisely with your big data needs. So no unexpected and exponential increases in cost further down the line, which typically happens with a lot of the current solutions. Now, Gigapipe is doing for big data what WordPress did for making websites. You know what you want from it, but you don't know how to get there and how to do it. And these days you shouldn't have to. You need a WordPress/Gigapipe style service who's going to let you get to where you want to be with your big data without all the specialist knowledge of how you got there.
Thank you, Alex. Great timing and very energetic pitch. Judith, Dhirem, questions?
Judy, do you want to go first?
I already met them and did a lot of questions.
Okay.
So if you want to go, Dhirem, because I already
Yeah,
have
so can you share a little bit on the competitor landscape?
Yeah, so the main difference with Gigapipe is that it is a completely fully managed platform for the entire process. As I mentioned earlier, there are other things like Amazon have DynamoDB, or there's Crate.io, things like that, that offer parts of the process. You still need to know what you're doing. You need to pick the right one, host it where it's going to be powerful enough. There's still a lot of things to do. There's no platform out there that does the entire process like Gigapipe does. With Gigapipe, you just need to send your data to the Kafka, and then that will send it directly to Gigapipe, and you can then read it back straight from Gigapipe. It takes care of the whole process. I think the biggest, when it comes to actual competitors, the biggest problem, but the biggest competitor that we're going to face is probably going to be in-house development teams who have built custom solutions. But again, you're paying for an entire team there to build this custom solution. Then you're hosting it, and then you're paying for the infrastructure, not to mention developing things like congestion pipelines, which Gigapipe just does for you based on however much you want to send.
What platforms do you integrate with, or what services?
So Gigapipe manages the entire process from sort of start to finish. So we host most of it in Google Cloud. We probably will have an AWS version later down the line as well. But we are actually talking to some of the biggest data visualization companies, things like Tableau, and we're building something with Redash as well that will offer the full process within the platform itself. But at the moment, from ingestion, storage, and then reading it back is all done within Gigapipe.
Okay, and I'm not sure if you mentioned anything on customers.
Yeah, so we're being quite cautious with onboarding people early on, purely down to obviously the data sizes and the data sets. These will be traditionally large companies. We're at sort of end stage negotiations with a big credit and insolvency company in Germany who are sort of very keen to use the system. Some ClickAir company in Armenia, but again, these are such large data sets. We're holding off onboarding them until we can hire the right sort of support team to support that, just in case, obviously due to the nature of companies that will be using the platform.
Got it. Thank you.
One question: what is the status of development of the technology? Is fully developed, or there are some developments to do?
No, the system's completely developed, works, and it outperforms all competitors at the moment. We've run a lot of tests when it comes to sort of similar data sizes, and the way that, because Gigapipe is specifically designed to manage these kinds of sets of data at this size, the main reason it's outperforming sort of other databases, a lot of the common ones that have been around for a little while now were designed and built when big data meant something completely different than it does now. Data has exponentially increased over time, especially over the last sort of 5-8 years. And that's sort of one of the main edges that means that Gigapipe can outperform everything that's currently sort of on the market.
Okay. And have you done any pilot with a corporation, or what is the commercial traction in there?
Yeah, so as I said, we're in sort of late stage negotiations with a lot of very, very large companies when it comes to onboarding, but we're waiting to onboard people just until we can actually sort of hire a team, and that's exactly what we're working on right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you, Judith and Dhirem, for your questions. Alex, great pitch. And just small comment from my side. Don't forget, did you remember how Victoria used the opportunity to make additional sale of her product? If I remember correctly, Gigapipe also targeting technological startups and especially artificial intelligence and those who are using cloud services. So you could use also this opportunity to tell them one more time that they should look precisely at Gigapipe.
That is very, very true. If any of you, any sort of startup companies are looking at sort of leveraging any sort of that large sets of data, when you're having a look around, do get in touch and we can definitely show you a far more cost-effective and far more efficient way of doing it.
It's just a note for everyone, and for you and for others. Don't forget to sell everywhere where you have the chance. Thank you very much. And the last but not least for today is Pablo Filomento. Pablo is the founder of the startup Feeder, also from Spain. Pablo, mic is yours.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
So just give me a second. I'm gonna share the screen. Let me know if you see it. I'm gonna go full screen. You see it?
Yep.
You see it good? Perfect. So hello everyone from Barcelona. I'm Pablo Filomeno, co-founder of Feeder, the future of facial recognition in marketing. Did you know that Paramount Pictures lost $5 million after releasing their first Sonic trailer back in 2019? They had to start over and completely redesign the main character because of the absolute terrible feedback they had after the audience had after watching the video. This is not all. This is completely related to the money wasting we are suffering in marketing due to the lack of qualitative analytics we have. Take a look at this. 21 cents of each dollar in marketing budgets are being wasted because of the poor quality on data. The 33% of marketing teams' time is being used to manage this poor quality data. And all of this is hurting the 26% of marketing campaigns globally. And above all of that, some tools that could help here, such as market research and focus groups, are really expensive and not agile at all. So this is where we're introducing Feeder, a platform designed to help marketers and publishers getting feedback on their campaigns before launching them, measuring the reactions of the users using facial recognition. We will make the difference in order to improve the ROI on marketing. And how do we want to do that? With our facial recognition system that will analyze the reactions of the users of the app while watching the content that has been uploaded by our clients subscribed to the platform. We're talking about real-time reaction data metrics in a worldwide testing ground for content validation. It is important to say here that all the GDPR concerns about privacy have been taken into account. So let's see how does it work. It is really simple. As you can see in the top side left of the screen, our logo shows you the main user flow. A brand is sending content to a user in exchange of a reward, and the user is reacting to that content to get that reward. Then here the facial recognition tool comes into scene, tracking the reactions, measuring and analyzing the emotions, and putting all this information into an interactive dashboard. Let's see how does it works from the user side. It is as simple as you can see here. The user will arrive to the platform, and after logging in, he will be able to watch exclusive content, gathering his promotions. And how does it work from the customer side? We're creating a back office with an interactive and detailed dashboard for marketers and publishers with campaign editor, campaign creator, data manager, real-time analytics, and many other cool and useful features. Our business model here is a B2B subscription model within a monthly fix plus a budget per campaign. And as you can see in this example below, our margin in a standard campaign is quite huge, over 97%. We're facing a very big, rich, and growing market, starting from the Spanish market and growing with the vision of becoming international with the focus on the US. And our primary targets are marketing agencies, marketing departments, brands, content creators, and influencers. And of course, we have to think about other tech and AI market research companies as competitors. But as you can see in this chart, Feeder is the only solution in the market that can offer qualitative analytics through video instant reactions without any hardware needed at a much lower price. So having said that, how do we see ourselves over the next years? As you can see in this roadmap, we expect to achieve 3 million users after 3 years, around 5,000 customers to get to earn over 3 million euro monthly revenues. And regarding the product, having the dashboard online will let us become international. And this is a strategy that we intend to maximize over the year 2022 with the Series A. Let's go deeper on this. In this chart here, we can see our 3-year growing EBITDA forecast thanks to the deflection in our model. And about financing, we're in the pre-seed round now, looking to raise 150K, and also in an FFF round, closing convertible notes up to 30K to be used on marketing, tech, and operations. And in early 2021, we will be raising the seed round within a company valuation of around 1.5 million euro. So we're about to finish, but first, let me introduce you our team, a highly skilled team of 5 good friends and professionals with over 10 years of experience in business development, UX, and marketing, working together over the last year and aiming to do something really, really big here. And now we're accelerated by Demium and supported by Sync and the University of Barcelona. Meet our board of advisors, 3 top awarded marketing directors with huge experience and proven leadership in different marketing fields, from sports and culture to media, entertainment, and PR. And where are we now? We're already closing deals with several brands, agencies, and content creators as early adopters to start using the platform and analyzing their audiences. Lastly, I want to highlight that 2 of the main Spanish mass media have featured Feeder in their economic sections this last month, which I think it's pretty awesome. So this is it. I hope you found Feeder as exciting as we do. You want to know a little bit more about us and get involved in the project. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Pablo. Very artistic. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Judith, Dhirem, questions about Feeder?
Yes, I have one question. Is the technology that you use is your own technology? Is it facial recognition technology, or
yeah?
So you're developing yourselves?
We are on one side. Right now we are using Amazon technology. We are translating all the data that Amazon technology delivers to us to be able to deliver the analytics. But in the other side, we are already working in our own technology. But just to be agile in this process, we have enough margin to work with a third-party technology.
Okay. Yeah, Dhirem, if you have questions, go ahead.
Yes, you mentioned you had several companies on your sales pipeline. Have you closed any contracts so far?
We're closing contracts these last days, actually, with a few agencies. I mean, I'm working closely with agencies that I am used to work over the last years. I'm on marketing over the last 15 years. So what I'm doing is closing a collaboration program, an early adopter program. So I'm delivering them free analytics, and they will deliver me feedback, so we can perfectly end the output that we will be delivering to our clients. So it is a win-win contract that we are doing here, and also so they are attracting users for me. So
they are not paying for that?
No, I'm giving. Now we're in a beta phase, so we want to know how we can work together, basically. And they are really excited to be able to analyze their audiences before Christmas time. So, and I'm gathering all their insights. So I think it is really, really useful in this space, in this stage.
Okay, thank you, Pablo.
And what is the revenue model that you are thinking?
Okay, so we are going to charge a fixed fee, monthly fee, depending on the number of analyses that we will be delivering to our clients. And also there is a budget that the client, the agency, so to say, will have to pay for each second analyzed. That it is a very, very cheap price, but if you maximize this number, it will be very interesting.
Okay.
So the idea is that our clients have this dashboard I was telling you, that I don't know if you're used to work with Google Analytics or Facebook Ads tool. The idea is more or less the same, having an online dashboard, so the client can log in and create its own their own campaign, putting their budget. Like, for example, I have 500 euros to do this test, so I will be arriving to this kind of target, etc.
And who are your target clients? Are more marketing agencies? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I think, yeah. I mean, I'm focusing on marketing agencies and also some brands, but I think in the end, marketing agencies will be the main client. And content creators. I mean, the idea is validating content, like a pre-test.
Okay, thank you. No more questions from your side.
Okay, thank you, Pablo. Judith, Dhirem, thanks a lot for your questions. And I want to say that that's all for today. I mean, we had all the pitches selected for today. I want to say a big thank you for Judith and Dhirem for amazing questions. And I hope majority of companies here are very strong, and you probably know yourself, but those who are probably watching us on YouTube, if you analyze these questions asked by Judith and Dhirem, and after analysis, put them into your pitch deck, improving it, that would be an enormous exercise, because you could see that they're asking a lot of really cool and valuable questions about your business models, about your revenue streams, about your contracts with customers, traction, etc., etc. And the best way to learn is on practice. So not to listen to theoretical knowledge, but to listen on what real investors are asking you about. Judith, Dhirem, do you have any comments regarding, of course, I don't ask about the decision today, but maybe some comments or feedback to the startups presenting today?
On my side, I like all of them actually, and we'll be following up with them. I think with some of them we already have scheduled a call. And overall, I think it was a good experience. And then we'll of course give them feedback one-on-one privately when we speak.
Amazing. Then I cross my fingers that very soon we will hear about deals and start the acceleration program with many or maybe all of founders presenting today. Judith, any feedback from your side?
Well, I think that all of them are quite interesting and they can fit in the program. So yes, as Dhirem said, we will follow up with you, and if you want to speak further with them, we will tell you.
Then I'm super happy to hear that. And we will make the introductions after this session once we get the feedback from GoHub. And I hope to see you guys developing and succeeding very soon. I really am very motivated to see it. Thanks a lot. And the other founders who could not join us today, we will send their contact details and everything to GoHub privately. Yeah, definitely we will do. So great success to all of you guys. Thank you very much for your time, and great success to GoHub with your Future Unicorns program.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Good night.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.